Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Potsmoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Potsmoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion, where I get my name and authority. It comes from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament of the Christian Bible. I use the King James Version Bible to write this book, so when you go to look up passages, use that Bible because it has the correct interpretation. Okay, today I'm reading chapter 12 of the book of Zion. At the end of the chapter, I will give you all of the headings, the chapters and verses, and the books so that you'll know exactly where to go in the King James Version of the Bible to make sure that, yes, the Bible really does say that. And you're probably going to be doing that a lot in this chapter because chapter 12, the priests of the Lord. The first shall say to Zion, Behold, behold, behold them, and I will give to Jerusalem one that bringeth good tidings. For I beheld, and there was no man, even among them, and there was no counselor, that when I asked of them, could answer a word, until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field. And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness, and assurance forever. And my people shall dwell in a peaceful habitation, and in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. I will heal their backslidings. I will love them freely, for my anger is turned away from him. I will be as the dew unto Israel. He shall grow up as the lily, and cast forth his roots as Lebanon. His branches shall spread, and his beauty shall be as an olive tree, and his smell as Lebanon. They that dwell under his shadow shall return. They shall revive as the corn, as the wine. The scent of thereof shall be as the wine of Lebanon. Ephraim shall say, What have I to do any more with idols? I have heard him and observed him. I am a green fir tree. From me is thy fruit found. Who is wise? And he shall understand these things. Prudent, and shall he know them? For the ways of the Lord are right, and the just shall walk in them, but the transgressors shall fall therein. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob, and out of Judea an inheritor of my mountains, and my elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell therein. And out of Zion it shall be said, This and that man was born in her, and the highest himself shall establish her. The Lord shall count when he writeth up the people, that this man was born there, Selah. As well as the singer, as the player on instruments, shall be there. All my springs are in thee. Sing, O daughter of Zion. Shout, O Israel. Be glad and rejoice with all thy heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments. He hath cast out thine enemies. And the King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil any more. And the Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy with thee with singing. Be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in the Lord your God, for he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain, and the latter rain in the first month. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the vats shall overflow with wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, and the caterpillar, and the palmerworm, my great army, which I will send among you. And ye shall eat in plenty, and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord your God, that hath dwelt wonderfully with you. And my people shall never be ashamed. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my Spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days I will pour out my Spirit. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass, that whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. In that day will I cause the horn of the house of Israel to bud forth, and I will give thee the opening of the mouth in the midst of them, and they shall know that I am the Lord. But ye shall be named priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. For your shame you shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore in their land they possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And the Lord their God shall save them in that day as the flock of his people, for they shall be as a stone of a crown, lift up as an ensign upon the land. For how great is his goodness, and how great is his beauty! Corn shall make the young men cheerful, and new wine the maids. And they shall call them the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord. And thou shalt be called sought out, a city not forsaken. Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in these days it shall come to pass, that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages, of all nations, even shall take hold of a skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. Fear ye not, neither be ye afraid, for have not I told thee from that time, and have declared it? Ye are even my witnesses. So is there a God beside me? Yea, there is no God. I know not any. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall the deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Then shall thy light break forth as in the morning, and thy health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy rearward. Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt call, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and the speaking of vanity. And if thou draw out thy soul of the hungry, and sanctify the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness as the noonday. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and sanctify thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones. And thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water, whose water fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places. They shall rise up the foundations of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of paths to dwell in. And so ends the 12th chapter of the book of Zion, the priests of the Lord. In this chapter, I used Isaiah 41, 27 and 28, Isaiah 32, 15 to 18, Hosea 14, 4 to 9, Isaiah 65, 9, Psalms 87, 5 to 7, Zephaniah 3, 14 to 16, Joel 2, 23 to 32, Ezekiel 29, 21, Isaiah 61, 6 and 7, Isaiah 60, 21 and 22, Psalms 91, 1, Zechariah 9, 16 and 17, Isaiah 62, 12, Joel 2:15, Zechariah 8:23, Isaiah 13:3, Isaiah 44:8, Zephaniah 3:13, Isaiah 58:8 through 12, and so ends the 12th chapter of the Book of Zion, the priests of the Lord. The next time, I will do the reading from the 13th chapter of the Book of Zion, which is Woe unto them. So, until then, may the Gray watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from all harm, and teach you right from wrong. May you be worthy of them. May your words, thoughts, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Be the joy, my people. Spread the joy. Stay happy and high if you use drugs, because you have every right and every reason to. If you don't do drugs, and you want the true living God to hear your actual concerns and needs, then please seek out one of my priests, people who get high. They have an open line of communication with the Gray, who are the ancient gods of the earth. So, call upon my people, and they will call upon God for you. And together, we will create a just and honorable society where all people are free. Until then, know that I love you. I will say later now, because I will never say goodbye.